What it is, mini lads, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And we're gonna be searching from anything as well. Even that it is that continue to search Dump Comic Studio. But instead of going to do this as the summer is over for a while ago since August, and we're today let's search for Among Us. So even for to do this as well, for some sort of a little bit of entry as well, so we're gonna be trying to do this as well versus Imposter version 4, but it's actually gonna be going to try to do as well as we search for Among Us. As you can see right of the entry as well, that we just actually going to do this. The main of those Among Us was versus Imposter Comic Studio. The main thing is Among Us Comic Studios as well. So even we're gonna be checking out from anything from above as well. So we're gonna be checking from all of those three Among Us of those comic studios as well. So first, let's start with this. And that what actually is actually have to do so. I didn't remember that since in 2020 we heard about Among Us, that we turned the spoilers on and see what it is actually going to do as anyways as well. So even that first draft says Among Us. So even for to do this, that we just actually added to do this as anyways. We put it around for imposters as well. No, there aren't imposters like anyways as well. The last time that I just did remembered that we just actually did here in for August 28th or like this thing as well, or it's actually in June 28th as well. So back in June I just created for some sort of imposter things as well. Even that we just already start around here, we cannot able to be checking out for some comics as well. So the first colors that we have for anything as well, we have banana, black, blue, brown, coral or coral, cyan, fort green, gray, dark green, lime, maroon, olive, orange, pink, purple, red, rose, tan, white, and yellow. So these are all characters, aren't like those characters. There are probably unlike astronauts or non some of a kind of like this. As anyways. And next we're going to move into another one as well. So the next one is the Reloaded Among Us Comic Studio. We just tried to find out as well. So there is nothing here, but anyways as well. Even for to do this, wait, we forgot for something like I say. So we have for some kinds of costumes. Even before, this is actually totally a lot of costumes. So it's actually having for some sort of like those things, figurines, and some clothings. Oh really? No effects to do this as well. And we got some sort of backgrounds as well. Even that the last time's video that we just completely added for some cookie run background images or something like anyways as well, that we just recently stored it out as well. So the next one is could be for like summer like this as well, and for some Spider-Man Among Us person as well. And oh really, that must be for some sort of for minimal reasons. And there must be sunset, of course. And I cannot believe this is actually going to be such as a little bit more as basic backdrops. It was pretty a little bit good. And the last one is actually for the new Among Us Comic Studio as well. We're come to around here to do this as well. Even that we're starting for those kinds of to do this anyways. That since like actually that we just reviewed already as well, we're gonna be loaded out for some like those guys as well. So even for that, that since I just actually to do this as well, and for June 28, 2024 as well, even for to do this is right, we got a Mogus that we actually have to do as well. We turn on the spoilers as well, even for other kinds of characters as well, starting with the OG series like those things. The main character is Red Imposter, and the like crazy memes or something is actually to do this as well. And the animated series was actually for the Captain Red, security guard as Purple Guy, and the Doctor as well. Even for to do this, like anything what it was, the anime series like those crazy memes as well. Nothing is here. Actually, there must be many more of those things, or nothing is pretty unavailable to do this as well. So, and finally is the backgrounds, which is actually that eventually have to do this as well. Including this is not included as well. So probably there aren't any more backgrounds in those two categories. And so that is going to be the end of this video as well. Even for to do this for some Among Us comic studios, even that it goes why, as eventually that is actually completely the end of this video. But we still have any more to do this, as we shown for some comics. For pretty a lot to do this, there must be some sort of like those things as well. Even that was pretty ridiculous or something as well. So we're absolutely trying to end of this video for to do this as well, because we cannot able to be just try to do for the submitted sprites in Among Us Comic Studios as well for all of those three. If you just actually gonna be trying to do this for all three each like those things as well, all three links or three links is in description below. We're not going to get for the versus Imposter Comic Studio as well, so even that to do this as well. So you're gonna be checking out of those things or three links and about their access to comic studios for Among Us, and probably that could probably to do so for some sort of an age of 16 or to do so as well. So not going to be for age of ratings as well, even for to do this as well, because exactly for some sort of memes as well. And well, that since Among Us is a dead meme, and the main comic studio of this website is gonna be in the link in description below as well. Even for to do what it is actually going to do this as well. So remember, if you're just gonna be doing for some sort of risk to do this as well, instead of imposter to do this like anything as well, you might going to be making for some sort of Among Us memes for something like, I guess, for this Halloween tonight. So this is absolutely going to be end of this video for now. Thanks for watching, for all your support. And I'm going to be see you in another video to go as well, for two more to go as well. And I'll see you, mini lads and comic studio users, all later. Twisms.